Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry from Ace Custom Cars. So we've been kicking around this idea of 3D printing a full exhaust for the 73 Camaro build on this Roadster Shop chassis. So this is what we came up with. I did get a little patriotic. So here's what we, oh shoot, it's held on by tape, so that's no big deal. It's just, so this is what we're coming up with. So it's all 3D printed. It's going to give us a model, a good model of what we're going to end up with the end result. Well, here's the one. So that'll plug into there. It'll sit right here. Come out to there to the back, and then we got our mufflers, which I'm going to try this style first, and then I'll go into the ovals if I have to. The biggest part is the length, I guess, because I could always smash it down and make it oval if I wanted to. We are going to build. I'm going to attempt to build my own entire exhaust here. I got all my fittings and stuff. Shouldn't be standing on a chassis, but so we got all our 3D printed. We got all our 3D printed elbows, 90s, 45s, 60s, 22s, straights, and as you can see, yeah, I did get a little, I did get a little overboard. But it was cool. It's cool. So we're gonna start building this, and hopefully we'll be able to bring in as we build it. Like I said, I already started, only because I've been messing with it. I got to figure out a better way to keep them together than tape. It works, but things can tweak and stuff. So I think I'm gonna epoxy some of them together, and then section it out so I can figure out what's going to take to get to where I got to go. So stay tuned. This is cool. It's all complete 3D printed 3-inch exhaust system. We did weld up our flex pipes. We did weld up our flex pipes here, and those are stainless. And then we're going to transition from these flex pipes into aluminum. So I'm hoping this all works out. If not, it's a lot of money well spent, or poorly spent. But I think it'll be a little different. I think it'll be a little cool. I think I'll get good sound out of it. We did have to come up with, on this Roadster Shop, with the 3-inch exhaust, we have to make spacers. We made spacers for the cross member bracket. So we made 1/2-inch spacers for it. I guess I'm sure the Roadster Shop has cured that problem by now. But on the spec chassis, if you're going to run the 3-inch exhaust, you do have to put a spacer, because it gets, I think it's a little too close to the drive shaft. So we're going to drop the exhaust down 1/2 inch. That'll give us our clearances on everything else, and I think we'll be good. Okay, so we got this laid out. We're gonna get the other one laid out now. I noticed if I modify and knock off the little ears, it goes right into my V-band. Okay, so yeah, so we cut off the little, it's got these like little tabs on I guess it's like so you could clock it, but if you take them off, it slips right in. Find anything else in here. That's how our mufflers, they turned out. Pretty cool. See, I could cut it from this one, but these took like 16 hours to print. Actually, so, I got a 2-inch. There we go. There we go. We'll cut her from this one, and we'll make up that, what do you call it? So I gotta figure out how to cut it now. Okay, so we got all of that figured out now. Now what we're gonna do here is, yeah, I'm sure you guys are saying tape, tape. There's a reason for the tape. We'll glue later. We're gonna put the V-band on. Take the V-band so it's kind of like sturdy, because there's no way the clips will hold on to the V-band, so, and that's what we're doing here. Then we're gonna slide this bad boy onto here. Oh, my knees are killing me. Okay, now we snug it up. Squeeze this together. With that V-band snugged up, now we can just put this all in the position that we want it, which is right there. Make sure we have our separation here. I am going to put something underneath these pipes to raise it up, because we need a little bit of clearance on that. That's why we put the shims. So I'm going to put, I need at least a 1/4 inch. Okay, so we got it all mocked up. Tape is coming loose, so that's why everything is all like discombobulated. We're gonna fuse. I'm gonna start fusing it all together, and I'm not gonna use epoxy because epoxy it didn't really stick very good for me. Then again, I bought cheap epoxy. So we are gonna pull out. We're gonna pull out a new tool. It's actually an old tool, which is my soldering gun. So we're gonna solder. I use a soldering gun and we melt all the edges, and I put kind of like spot welding. So I'm gonna go from here to here with it, and then we're gonna go from here to there, and then we'll do the hoops. I'm gonna do this while I'm waiting for the back end to 3D print, because we're 3D printing it now, and it takes about I think it's been running since 5 o'clock yesterday, and it's still running. So it's probably got another, I don't know, 10 hours. 10 hours of print. I wish I had one of those super fast 3D printers, but I don't. So yeah, once we do that, and then we'll do the back end, and it'll be all, like they say, copacetic. So I'm gonna start fusing, lining everything up, and start fusing, so I can get rid of the tape. So we can get rid of the tape, and then you guys can see exactly what we're up against. Like I said, I'm gonna do this piece here to here. Actually, probably to here. No, I'm gonna do it to, yeah, I'm gonna do it to here. And I'm gonna fuse all of this together, because this will be my V-band, and then we'll go from here to the top here. I'll fuse all of this together, because there'll be another V-band up here, and then away we go. So we are changing around a little bit. Like I said, I've changed this probably 4 times. We've done 4 different layouts. A couple of them we didn't record. We recorded one that I really liked, which was a nice angle, but it doesn't work because of the floor. So I think this is going to work. I've been copying a lot off of the Roadster Shop's the way they ran their exhaust, and I guess that is the only way you can run it and get true mufflers on it. So this is what we're gonna do. I did want to do this in aluminum. We are gonna start backpedaling, I believe, because I'm afraid that the aluminum is not gonna hold up to the wear and tear. They use it on race cars, but remember, race cars, they're violent for 8 to 10 seconds. Some of them are 15 seconds, but they're violent for 8 to 10 seconds, and then they're off half the time. So it's not like you're driving it around on the street and it's putting heat through that exhaust for 4 or 5 hours. I'm afraid of cracking and that kind of thing. So I think we're gonna go and shy away from the aluminum mufflers, just because of that reason. I would love to do them. It's very different, very cool. They're beautiful. There's a guy in PA that builds some beautiful mufflers. I just don't think they're gonna work for my application, which is street, to keep it on the street, and drive it around. So I think we're gonna go stainless because for durability. So here we go. We're gonna start fusing. And like I said, so far everything has been working out really good. I got my spacing. I got all of that good stuff here. Now this one here, we put this little piece here, and now all of a sudden I got a totally different measurement here. We also put it over there. Thing is, if I pull it out, it's going to bring that forward. So, okay. I think we'll be good. So, this is in there really nice. So I'm going to fuse this here so that they can't move. And we'll just put a couple spot welds on it, like I said. Don't breathe this smoke in, it's not the best for you, so. I'm sure they make a tool for this, and I bet you your bumper repair thing would actually work really good. Those the tools that put on to fix bumper cracks and stuff, because it's really what you're doing. Doesn't take much to melt this stuff. So all you're doing is melting the two plastics together. So that one's there. I'm gonna start let me get something to wipe this tip off with, because the smoke, it melts on it. I don't want to be breathing this crap. My son says it's toxic, so, which I believe it is. I believe it is. Okay. So then we'll take this here. We'll peel this back here a little bit. Not take the tape off totally until we get it fused. And all I'm doing is mixing, kind of mixing up the two colors and the plastics. I'm hoping that this holds better than, I'm hoping it holds better than the epoxy, because the epoxy hasn't held like I thought it was going to hold. You know, people say epoxy, you're like, wow, that's got to be strong, you know. And it hasn't been. So I'm also hoping that with this, I'll be able to crack them apart and reuse them on another project. That's why I'm only putting like 3 or 4 dots around around it. So hopefully that'll allow it to ow! That shit's hot. It'll allow it to snap apart. Oh, that one's done. You know, it does move. It does end up moving. So you gotta make sure that it's in. So cool. See that? Now it don't fall apart. Alright, that's pretty neat. Okay, so now we're going to put this one back on. Set this one back in. Put this one back in place. And I hope we don't have any differences. Because now it's like, it's kind of like welded now, you know what I mean? So what I do see, we got that one. This one here has got to go up. Yeah, it's got to be like here. So what I'm going to do is hang it here. Okay, I think we're going to go to the other side again. Then my X pipe is going to be right here, so it's going to be a wedge like that, right in here. So it'll give you a nice flow. So hopefully it'll all work out really nice. Okay, get to the other side. Okay. Let that cool a second, and we'll put it back together. So we're going to make muffler hangers. We're going to come with muffler hangers from here to here. That'll give us good support here. We just got our grommets in. We just got our muffler grommets in to hang. And we're going with some of these. I picked red because it's my favorite color. And that's what we're going to do there. Okay. So now this can go back in because that's all fused. Alright, so there we go. It's all done. Going over the chassis in the back, finish off the tail ends later. But that's how we're going to build it. Change it a little bit, but finally.